I've got a chance to work at an animal park when I was younger, and got experience with the camels and really fell in love with them, and it was a neat opportunity. I got to work for these guys out of Missouri with some camels and fell in love with it. Got to spend all day with kids and camels doing camel rides, and decided that was for me, and I was able to find my own camel and buy it and purchase him, and took that and ran with it, really. I mean, I've been trying to avoid a real job ever since. Me and Abdul got a lot of miles together.
Yeah, he's getting a little long in the tooth, you can see there.
He's a 91 model, so he's 23 now. Circle G Ranch was established about 95 or 4, something like that, officially. But I've always called what I was doing the Circle G Ranch, just because I picked up the nickname Gumby when I was a kid. I had a pair of green overalls when I started working at that animal park, and that's, you know, the new guy got the nickname. We've got a lot of different species, probably 30 or more right now. We're always adding stuff. We've got anywhere from A to Z. We've got an African aoudad and all the way to zebra. So we've got water buffalo in between. We've got 3 different types of deer. We've got fallow deer, cycad deer, red stag, this is red deer from Europe. We've got Indian antelope, black buck antelope. We've got emu, ostrich, rhea, zebu cattle, Highlander cattle. We've got camels from both species of camels. We've got baby camels. We've had a really good run of baby camels this year. We've had 6 camels born in the last 6 weeks. We're really proud of that. And rabbits and goats and sheep and just a little bit of everything. We're kind of like a zoo and a county fair and an amusement park kind of all rolled into one. It's taking the best things from everything, we think. You know, we take a lot of time to figure out what's a good species, what, you know, between the behaviors and this kind of thing. You know, we don't want something that's going to be overbearing and pushy and jumping on cars or something like that, you know, so you got to be careful what you put where and who you put. But the good thing about having 100 acres, you know, as far as the animals themselves getting along with the other animals, they've got enough room. It's like kids on a playground. If they don't like somebody, they don't have to stand by them, you know. The cars definitely don't spook them, and they know that you're carrying, you know, feed with you. They look at you like you're their waiter. You know, you're handing it to them. You know, they're just lining up for the treats. The animals are outsmarting the customers at this point, I think. Sometimes you see a little of that. They have learned to block they'll take turns blocking the car, and the other ones will fleece them. It's interesting. They know those cars are full of food, and they take advantage of it. They know what you're here for, and they want to give you a good time. So that's the welcoming party, I guess you want to say. When we're standing at the camel ride on top of the hill, you know, you can hear them laughing the whole way through. You know, some screams are from the way in the back. You know, you're like, oh God, can't wait till they get up here. You know,
Go, chicken, go.
They'll have a story for sure. You know, this is what's going to be talked about for years, you know, in this car. They're going to be remembering that, you know. Everybody says they don't like the emu when they leave the window open and one sneaks in there and it freaks them out, but, you know, they're talking about it for a long time. Like the llamas as well, you know. They are nervous, but it's part of it. You know, it's part of the entertainment, you know, part of the thrill. You know, you're in a wild animal park, you know. It's the real deal. It's not scripted. Animals are smarter than the humans sometimes, and it's kind of fun to watch that all work and see the wheels turning in people's head. Well, what do I do now, you know? And while the rest of the crew's laughing at the driver, and the next thing you know, there's an emu sticking in the window, and you know, everybody's laughing, and it's all good time. And it's fulfilling too. You know, you get to watch people, kids of all ages having fun, a family having a good time together in the vehicle. I mean, they might, you know, it's hard to find something that'll interest the 2-year-old and the 82-year-old, you know, and it's, they bond over it too. It's a lot of fun. And people come back and tell you about how much fun the whole family had. it's as natural as you're going to get for them. You know, we're not on concrete, we're not behind bars. You know, they are doing what they would be doing in natural. You know, these aoudad and the deer, they love roaming around, climbing on all these rock faces. We've got some cliff sides over here that they dance around and play on. This terrain is exactly what they're native to. I mean, you look in the textbook or the encyclopedia and you're going to see very similar to this. And as far as like releasing them into the wild, you know, like the black buck antelope as a whole, as breeders of exotics in the United States, we've actually brought antelope back to India and released them into the wild. We've done a really good job of breeding the black buck in this country, and they have trouble with tigers and poaching over there, and we've actually exported black buck back over there and released them back into the wild, which is really cool to be able to say that and be part of it. We like exhibiting things just a little bit different. It makes it more interesting, and having people actually having it almost they're having an experience they can't get anywhere else here. And that's what we want to give to people. The way we exhibit things, roaming around, being healthy, being happy, and you get to come in and be part of that. Your money is going directly back into that. I mean, you can see it. I think it's important for folks to be able to have that option and get to come out and actually be with the animals and smell them and hear them and watch them. It's good for your soul.